Welcome back to Torn Apart News, the only place on the internet where we tear the news apart bit by bit until we can all finally make at least 5 Dune films, because Dune films are the thing right now and we all seem to love them unconditionally.
My father came, not for spice, not for riches.
Cut! Wind guy! I told you guys, he shouldn't be in windy movies. Freaking told you guys.
No! God, please, no! No!
Thank you for being back here, and today we're talking about Bad Boys. And yes, this is not a mirage, this is not a weird dream. There is a new Bad Boys movie coming out in theaters this year, despite the fact that Will Smith slapped a guy a couple of years ago.
Bad Boys trailer is coming out.
Right now.
Right now. Right now.
Yeah, right now.
Right now. Right now.
Check it out.
It's hot.
I don't know if you remember, but Bad Boys for Life came out in 2020 and it was directed by Adil and Bilal. And there is a sequel coming out which is gonna be Bad Boys Ride or Die. And it's gonna be the 4th movie in the quadrilogy at this point. There is a trailer out and there is a poster as well. Let's check it out.
I got this! What you don't do!
To be honest, I have kind of the same feeling that I had with the 3rd film. It was kind of a bit of a tired franchise, and honestly, I didn't know that Michael Bay was actually adding so much flair and fun to it until I actually sat in the cinema and watched what the final result was. The 3rd movie was, well, a bit boring, a bit underwhelming, but not because of Will Smith, because I think he looks exactly the same as he did almost 20 years ago, but mostly because of Martin Lawrence, the way that his character is written, and also the way, unfortunately, that the actor himself has aged across the years. He kind of doesn't have the same energy that he did back in the days, and these movies are kind of trying to recreate the energy of the originals with actors who clearly don't have that anymore, and it's exactly the same thing with this new trailer. I don't know whether this is gonna be good. I'm gonna try to manage my expectations. Let me know down in the comments what you think of it. At least it's gonna be consistent with the other movies since it's the same directors coming back. It's coming out on June 7th, and in case you'd like to have a little synopsis, here it is. When their late police captain gets linked to drug cartels, wisecracking Miami cops Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett embark on a dangerous mission to clear his name. I mean, if you just look at the trailer and the way it's edited as well, it's kind of like going through the same kind of plot points that you've seen in other films, like the most recent James Bond movies, the most recent Mission Impossible movies, the most recent John Wick movies as well. I really don't see what makes this movie clearly a Bad Boys movie without Michael Bay at the end of the day. Now let's head into our next piece of news. Last week I was talking about a new Yorgos Lanthimos movie which is coming out quite soon, and when I mean quite soon, it's literally this year. We have a trailer for it, we have a release date, and we have also an official synopsis. Let's have a look at all of those. Kinds of Kindness is coming out on June 21st, and it's gonna be a triptych fable with segments following a man without choice who tries to take control of his life, a policeman who is alarmed that his wife who was missing at sea has returned and seems to be a different person, and a woman who is determined to find a specific someone destined to become a prodigious spiritual leader. Of course, we've got quite a lot of stars in this movie, and my favorite actress of the moment as well, Margaret Qualey, is gonna be in this. It seems quite different from all of the other Yorgos Lanthimos movies, but it is possible that this is just because of the trailer and that the movie is actually gonna be as weird as all of the other ones that he's released in the last few years. I talked about this a little bit in my previous Torn Apart News episode, so I'm gonna link you to that video over there if you'd like to know more. Next, we're gonna be talking about some Spider-Verse news. First of all, did you notice that a couple of days ago was supposed to be the official release of Beyond the Spider-Verse? Maybe you forgot that, maybe you haven't even noticed, but now it's been delayed indefinitely. We don't really know exactly when it's coming out, and I'm coming here to tell you that there is something that you might be interested in if you liked those 2 movies. There is a short film that actually was premiered at the Annecy Animation Festival a year ago and was just released right now on YouTube. It's called The Spider Within, and it is basically dealing with Miles Morales, who is haunted by the thoughts of his parents arguing with him and the new responsibilities he must embrace, which trigger quite a lot of anxiety. It's directed by Jarrell Dampier and it's 7 minutes long. It's honestly quite interesting. It deals with themes that we've seen maybe just hinted at in previous Spider-Man movies, mostly the Sam Raimi movies, I would say, because you could really tell that Peter Parker in that version was someone who was really burdened by the responsibility and he had to make quite a lot of sacrifices. But it's kind of interesting to see that represented through different kind of dreams or even sleep paralysis kind of nightmares. When it comes to the animation, this was honestly quite interesting. I really liked it. I don't really know whether this is actually worth watching instead of just worth discussing, just because there is not that much going on. At the end of the day, like in most short films, it has a very clear concept and it goes by very quickly. But I'm gonna link it to you down here in the description so you can check it out. As every single week, we're gonna be heading into our bonus news right now. This is the moment where I try to rapid fire as many news about the movie and the TV industry as fast as possible so that you can go back to your lives.
Finally!
Let's start by talking about something that is quite sad, because the filming of Gen V Season 2 has been delayed after the death of Chance Perdomo, who passed away 2 days ago after a motorcycle accident. He was mostly known for his role in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina and of course in Gen V as well. He was 27 years old. This is quite really sad, I think. We finally have a trailer for the movie Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter is Dead. I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. I think I showed you a poster and I wasn't really convinced on why they were remaking this movie, because it seemed to be just a race swap of the original. And in fact, just by looking at the trailer, it seems like a race swap of the original. Of course, it's gonna be dealing with a lot of different themes as well, but I'm not that interested in it. Maybe there is an audience for it in the US. It's 100% possible, because I'm not gonna be the audience for every single movie out there. It's coming out on April 12th. We have a new poster for the movie Cuckoo, which is starring Hunter Schafer, and the trailer apparently is coming back next week, so we're probably gonna be discussing it as well. We also have a trailer for a weird movie called Woody Woodpecker Goes to Camp, which is coming out on April 12th on Netflix. Apparently, this is not the first Woody Woodpecker movie, because there is one that came out in 2017, and here in Europe, nobody has heard about it. I mean, I think I used to watch Woody Woodpecker's cartoons back then, but it's a part of my mind and of my childhood that I've repressed because I don't remember any details about it, and it seems to be weird to turn it into a live action movie instead of making a straightforward animated movie. But who knows, at the end of the day, maybe once again there is an audience for this. If you'd like to know what it is about, after getting kicked out of the forest, Woody thinks he's found a forever home at the camp Woohoo, until an inspector threatens to shut down the camp. We don't actually have that many bonus news for this week. I don't know why. There's been quite a lot of news concerning movies starting filming or movies being delayed to next year, but those are the kind of news that I don't really like discussing because they can change very quickly, and it's the kind of news that you can see mostly on tabloids as well. I only want to talk about sure news here on Torn Apart News. But anyways, let's head into my favorite segment of the week, which is called And for Something Weird. This is a moment where I show you something weird that happened within the movie and TV industry, and that is probably gonna be sticking in your mind just because of that. Let's have a look at this fun clip.
At the movies with my bestie.
Are you hyped for Godzilla and Kong the New Empire? Because this is the kind of marketing that definitely gets people's attention, because it's incredibly weird and it's definitely gonna go viral in the next few days. But anyways, those are all the news that I had for you for this week. Tune in next Monday for more movie news. I'm Patrick and this is Torn Apart News.
Back in the 90s, I was in a very famous TV show.
Da 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 da.